throw up to punish myself, and I would weigh myself every single day, even at night. And I'd want to weigh the same that I was at night that I was in the morning. It's like, that's not possible. You can't when you've eaten all day.
Hey everyone, welcome to my handlebar upgrade video. This is going to be a bit of a long-winded process, I think. Having got everything out of the box and checked through everything and got it sort of clear in my mind what I'm planning to do, I think I need to just stop procrastinating and get on with it. So the actual plan for today is to get new fancy carbon handlebars on, which I'll do a bit of an unboxing and show you what all the bits I've got. To tidy up the cockpit because the cables are all a bit of a mess. Have a look at all this, like horrible. We've got J junction things from Shimano on my hydraulic hoses that I want to get rid of, those chunky connectors. My Di2 junction box is one of these under stem things that I've taped on to keep it secure. It's just all a bit of a mess, you know, all these cables going everywhere. I wanted a different bar because I wanted to go carbon to take some of the road bars out. I also wanted a shorter reach on my handlebar. Yeah, so first things first is to get all this apart and yeah, start tidying it up. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Okay, so this part, wiring the Di2 into the bar. I'm going to try and get the cables routed now. And before I put the bar on, because it will be impossible. I'm not even sure what a couple of these bits, I don't think I need that. That's okay. I don't know what these rubber bits are for. Never mind, we'll won't dwell on that. But yeah, I'm just going to try and get things routed inside the bars. I'm fiddling around with this. I don't have the proper routing tool, so I'm just trying to just fiddle it. Yeah, it's yeah, okay. Okay, so after what felt like an eternity, I've got all the wiring into the bar. I think it's correct. I hope it's correct. If it's not, I'm gonna cry. And I've started trying to actually fit it to the bike now, because I've had to feed the Di2 cable from the rear derailleur from the junction B box, which is in the bottom bracket, feeds to both derailleurs. I've had to feed that into the bar and connect to the wireless unit and blah blah blah. I'm having to do this on the bike because it's just fiddly as. It's fiddly as. I am not entirely enjoying myself. But yeah, about to put the bar onto the stem and then try and fit the levers next, and then I need to have a think about brakes and what I want to do with them. It's going well. It's taking ages, but it is going well, and it will look amazing when it's done. I hope. Just gotta hope it all works. Okay, so we've got the bar is a rough fit on, the Di2 is all connected. The brakes I haven't touched or routed or done anything with yet, but everything's just a loose, rough fit. Everything's there. It's time to check to see whether my gears work or not. This is the scary part. Right, let's give it a go. Let's try the front derailleur first. Oh, promising noises. Front derailleur's working. The rear derailleur's working. Woohoo! So the Di2 all works. Well, it's day 2 of my handlebar project because I procrastinated and faffed and spent ages and ages yesterday over everything I was doing, because to be honest, I'm in no rush and I'm quite enjoying the process and it's quite therapeutic, and I'm not in a rush to be doing anything else. I'm not in a rush to be out on the bike, so why not take my time? So I'm kind of enjoying myself. So the next thing is the brake hoses, because I hate these bulky great J connector things. I mean, I need to route the hoses through the bar anyway, so I'm going to replace the rear one in its entirety, and then use that hose to replace the front one. Sexy overalls, oh yeah. Don't know why I'm bothering. Don't really need to be wearing them, just it's a little bit cold in here, so I figured an extra layer isn't my jumper. Now the gloves are on. Ooh, exciting. Moment of truth. New hose. Let's see if it'll pull through with the old one. Oh, result. New hose is through. Oh, that was my biggest concern about this, was getting that new hose through and not losing it, not losing the end in the frame, and it's done. For any of you wondering what bizarre convoluted method I used to pull the new hose through using my old hose, I hummed and hawed about using gear cable, feeding gear cable, blah blah blah, string, whatever, pulling the old one out, pulling the string through. In the end, I cut the old hose, took the new hose, and I used a chunk of old spoke that fits really nicely up in the middle of the hose. It's only an inch long, so I pushed that in to link them together, and then I used electrical tape and I just taped them together, and it worked a treat. So there you go. Barb time. So I've enlisted help because I don't have a vise or a fancy tool, so we're going to use brute force and ignorance to fit this thing in. So I've made sure everything's in, everything's on the hose in the right place, the nut is on, push the olive on, so the next thing is to put the barb in the end of the hose. So just get the first bit pushed in by hand, and it's hammer time. Do 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 do. I'm pleased. They're all through. New hoses are in. How sweet is this going to look? I mean, how much tidier? It's going to be amazing. Really excited now. Just gonna... Bleeding brakes, honestly. Yeah, so brakes done. Cables are all nicely shortened, fitted, right length. Look at that, how neat is this looking? Done all the hoses, fitted everything, shortened them, you know, attached them, bled the system. Well, refilled and bled the system on both sides. I still need to. Still a bit of squish in the rear brake, but I'm gonna test ride it tomorrow when it's daylight again with no bar tape on, just to see whether the hoods are in the right place. Yeah, it's basically done. The bulk of it, the worst of it, all the dreaded stuff, it is done. The bars are on. All the cabling's done. Everything's routed through where it should be. I just need to tidy it all up now. So it's day 3 of Project Handlebar. Yeah, I really have taken forever over this, but it's test ride time. I'm literally going to take it up and down the road and just see if I'm happy with the lever positions and the bar position. I think we're going to have to tweak it actually already. But yeah, I'm just going to run it up and down the road. So here are the bars, looking very slick. No bar tape, obviously, because I just want to test ride this. So I think probably want to shift the hoods up ever so slightly. Ooh, it's cold. My fingers are frozen. So yeah, it feels, the width feels good, the position of the bar feels good, but I definitely think I need to move the hoods up a little bit. So I'm just going to tweak that now, and then have another bit of a ride and see how it feels. I've just tilted the bar up ever so slightly. Yeah, that already feels a bit better. Yeah, it's taken a lot of the road bars out actually, I have to say. It's a lovely feeling bar, slightly narrower than my old one as well. It just feels generally like a better position for me. I'm really pleased with them, so yeah. Final tweaks at home, torque them all up properly, get some bar tape on, go and warm my fingers up. It is freezing! Woof. Right, it's bar tape time. So I had a little bit of a dilemma in that I bought some lovely fancy Joe Burt edition Kinesis bar tape for this bike, for this purpose, and now I'm wimping out putting it on. I'm going to save it for the summer for two reasons. One, I've never done bar tape before, so I'm probably going to make a bit of a mess of it, potentially. So I'd rather practice with the cheaper stuff that I don't really mind messing up. And two, same kind of reason, but the black, stealth black, plain, foamy stuff should probably hide my beginner mistakes a bit better than the tape with all the writing on. So I'm going black. I'm going to get on with it. Everything's all prepped up, so I've electrical taped all the bits in place where they need to be. All the cables are routed. Everything's clean and ready to go. So it's time to do this. Forgive the messy hair. I've just been doing day 3 of the Tour de Boudica race series on Zwift. So I've finished all 3 stages, 3 days in a row. I've just had a shower. I haven't sorted my hair out. It's a mess. I'm really sorry, but whatever. Anyway, just going to show you what I've just finished off. And that is the bar tape. Look at this. Okay, so it's not the neatest job like anyone's ever done of taping a set of handlebars, but it's the first time I've done it, so you know, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. I've just been making sure, like rebending the cables and the hoses to make them fit. I'm a bit sad I didn't put some heat shrink on these, but I've just used some electrical tape to sort of tie them together. This is all looking really neat and nice. So all that's really left is to stick my Wahoo mount back on, make sure everything's torqued up properly, and then I'm going to learn how to use the Bluetooth module for the Di2 that I've installed inside the handlebar. So it should mean that I can use my phone to do any like upgrades and firmware upgrades on the Di2 system, and I'm hoping it's going to mean that the clicky buttons that the Ultegra levers have got will work with my Wahoo Element bolt, because the whole thing should connect together, and I should be able to use these buttons to change pages on my computer and stuff like that, which I'm quite excited about. Little things, it's the little things, isn't it? But yeah, this has been a fun little project. I've taken absolutely forever over it because I have been enjoying myself. All done, and I'm really, really happy. So yeah, let's just hope I don't crash it anytime soon or drop it. It'd be very upsetting. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so thanks for joining me as always. Please leave a comment, like, and most of all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you appreciate the sort of stuff that I'm putting out at the moment. Even if you don't click sub anyway, click dislike, do whatever. It's just yeah. Thanks very much.